We will now be looking at the brain lobes because the 5 lobes are so important to understand how the brain unites with other parts of itself, how the brain parts correlate with each other, and how the 5 parts of the brain overall help us in achieving what we want in life. If we need to be successful, we need to know how to use the 5 brain lobes that we have and to understand what are the combinations we have and how we are going to use it in order to be successful. The third step is understanding how our brain is connected. So this is the neuroscience of who we are, what we are. So we need to understand that every person has 5 brain lobes. Now, before we understand about how the brain works, we have to understand how are we receiving information from the outside world which causes us to think or act in a particular way. So we will have to first look at the input. How is the brain designed to receive information from the outside world? So if you look at the parietal lobe, so this is one which is connected to your 2 middle fingers. So the parietal lobe ridge count on both the middle fingers is talking about your physical action. Are you a proactive person? Are you a person who would do things first? So it talks about physical action, physical activity, your physical sequence, your physical expression, and your physical synchrony. So you find that people with these 2 middle finger ridge count higher than the others would mean that these are people who are very physically expressive. And people with a low ridge count would mean that they are more laid back, lethargic. They will sit and think about things, but they will not actually get to action unless triggered. The second lobe is the temporal lobe, and this deals with the 2 ring fingers, the left and right ring fingers, which talks about the auditory stimulation. How are your ears a trigger to your brain? So people with a high temporal lobe would mean that they have high auditory stimulation, they have high auditory sensitivity, they have a good auditory memory, they are able to focus based on the auditory input they get, and auditory cues are helping them to live their lives more effectively. So when this is dominant, these are people who are always triggered based on what they hear. Today we have students who are very good in studies mainly because their temporal lobe is strong and they are able to remember everything that is taught to them. And this is also a reason why they get into depression and various psychological issues, because whatever people have told them, they cannot forget it, and this keeps replaying in their mind, causes this strength to become a weakness. If you look at the third aspect of the lobes, that is the 2 little fingers. Now the score on those 2 little fingers is directly connected to the occipital lobe. So this talks about the visual aesthetics of a person, the vision of life, what kind of sensitivity they have visually. These are people who have high ridge count. They are very, very classy, stylish. They want to be looked up to. They like to present themselves very well. They love colors and they have a visual memory. So they are very keen observers and they are triggered by visual cues. So suppose a person's facial expression can trigger these people to action. So the input now has to be determined. What is your input? Now if you look at all these 3 inputs, that is the visual, the auditory and the kinesthetic. Visual being the occipital lobe, the auditory being the temporal lobe, and the kinesthetic being the parietal lobe. Now they can be categorized into 6 kinds of brain functioning. So you can have one more dominant than the other. So the input of your brain can belong to 6 categories. The VAK, the VKA, the KVA, the KAV, the AVK and AKV. So when you look at people, when you analyze your own brain or when you analyze other people's brain, you need to see this 6 combination, because that is the way in which their brain input can be received easily. If you see the VAK, these people have to be shown first, told, then only they get to action. The VKA, they are people who have to see, immediately they jump to action, and then only do they listen to other people. The KVA are people who will act first and see whether the results have come, and then they will listen to other people. The KAV are people who act and then they listen to what happens, and then only do they see their mistakes. AKV are people who will listen, who will see, and then will act. And the AKV is those who listen, act, and then they'll see for the consequence. So why a person behaves in a particular way can be determined by seeing these 6 types of usage of their lobes, which is again genetic, which is innate, which is inborn, and we have no way to change them. But first we can understand them and start increasing our sensitivity to the other lobes parallelly or simultaneously. Now, after we look at the input, these are the ways in which information comes into the brain. But then that influences the output. So if you feel that you are a person who is not doing what you want to do, who wants to achieve more, then you need to increase your input more so that the brain can process information better. So the processing part is the frontal lobe, which allows you to think, like your logical thinking, your abstract thinking, your creative thinking, your visualization of what you're thinking, your linguistic ability, your conceptual thinking of the concepts that we think about in life, and the ideational thinking. All this happens in the frontal lobe. So input is proportional to the processing in the frontal lobe, because that is what you put inside in order for it to be processed. After the processing happens, or the frontal lobe processes information, then it comes to the prefrontal lobe, which is the executive function of how a person gets to action. So if there is a problem in the frontal lobe, then we have to know how to increase logical thinking, how to increase abstract thinking. For a person who is good at it, there's no issues. But if you find that you are low on it, you need to focus on these points. That is, how can you increase your logical thinking? How can you increase your creative thinking? How can you try to increase more of visualization? So how you need to be triggered more. Suppose you're an auditory person and you're stuck in some situation. Maybe you need visual cues also. Maybe you can support it with, action also. So you have to know how to use the brain, how to increase the information to the frontal lobe in order for it to get to action. And once information is processed, it comes to the prefrontal lobe where instructions to act happens. So this is a place where, it involves the prefrontal lobe involves your management ability, your planning, your execution, your creativity, your personality, your judgment, your impulse control, your leadership skills, and how you discipline yourself and how you discipline others. So prefrontal is the action part. So understanding how the 5 lobes interact with each other, how they are connected, how well they interact with each other. So this information about the lobes influences who I am, what I can do, what I will do, what I do, how I do it, what I do, when do I do it, and where do I do it. So all this is influenced by the brain connections, by the brain lobes, which we need to first be aware of ourselves. It is only then that we can learn how to use it effectively.